Okay, pressing on with our next segment of this. So basically we left it off somewhere around here. So let's have a look where we were. I've lost myself now. Okay, here we are. Alright, so it was there. We did the duplicating, and now we will add a new internal beam. It says here. Using the newly created 350 by 500. So the aim of the game, and this might not be explained right here, it's just, however, we discover that we cannot snap onto anything from the linked architectural file within the structural file. So this is another inverted commas a feature of Revit, which is a bit of a bug, I think. The only objects that will attach to the linked file are the model lines, and then you have to create yourself from scratch. By that we mean, for example, if we just try that for a minute, basically what we're trying to do, just to give you a bit of a heads up, the picture that we need to draw these things, unfortunately, is down here. This is where we need to put the internal beams. So I do apologize for that. They're all the way down on page 7, but that's where you have to go and look to find to put those beams in. But let's just at the experimental stage up here, let's do what we're supposed to be doing and try and put the beams there to start with. The external ones are already there, the outside ones, but eventually we should be really putting them in as well there. But let's see what problems we have by trying to do these. Let's see if it's still true in release 14. Alright, so where are we going to put the beams? Level 1. Oh, there's that other beam that we've just put in. One thing I've forgotten to do is delete that. I don't really need it anymore. Once I bring it in, the definition is already there. So if we go to the structure here, go to beams, we should be able to go and find our concrete rectangular beams. Oh, that's interesting. Here we are. This one's here. M concrete. No, I just went to the wrong spot there. It's the M concrete rectangular beams. Here they are. Even the one I deleted. Okay, so we'll grab this one here. The idea is to lock into the center of the wall. Now, a few little things have changed from the icons, perhaps, that will be shown in your thing here, because there's no such thing as a center justification. I think on your lateral justification center, that's changed, unfortunately. Oops, back to Revit. The lateral justification is the Y now. This one here, we've got center there, Y justification. Okay, so there's a little change there we need to get onto. So in theory now I should be able to lock onto the center of that wall and start drawing these things, but I can't. Just to demonstrate that, let me just put a wall in here. Let me see what we got. That will do. Let's see. Now in theory, if I went now into here and got that, see how it's locking onto the center of it, and I should be able to draw right on top of that. That is not possible in the because we can't latch onto the Revit link ones. So the other thing I was talking about is to draw some model lines, and where are they? Here, they're model lines. Them I can sort of latch onto the center of that wall. So I could go through and do that. I could put a line that goes right through to here, alright, and just escape that, and then go back to my structure, beam, yes, that one there, and just theory now, but then I can't get to the endpoint of this. Well, I can't get to. Sorry, I need to. I think I have to go to origin, maybe. Let's see. No, even that is not allowing us to do it anymore. I'm pretty sure I was able to do that in the earlier release, but anyhow, either way, this is a lost cause. We'll just forget about this and just do something else. Alright, so that was basically all that write-up basically here. so we're talking about. So one option would be to construct these lines first. This is talking about the model lines here. Using the reference, that thing will work anyway. So the other option would be to do the design into a copy of the architectural, all right, and then copy the design into, design meaning the footing design, into the linked file afterwards. In other words, into the structure, into the not the linked file as such, but into the structural file, I think you should say there. All right, so this workaround would do away with the construction lines, as we will be able to snap onto the architectural model, because we'll be working basically in a copy of the architectural model. That's why. So this is just another workaround of Revit until it sorts itself out. So thus far it has been a bit of a waste of time, yes, but we have learned a few little lessons that we can't do copy monitor, we can't do the model lines, and we can't draw them straight in there anyway. So this is the next thing we're going to try. We're going to save our architectural with some sort of a temporary name, and we use that to play with. All right. For that to happen, we need to basically close this file here, and I'll just undo those changes that I just put in there now, and save this file and close it. And all I'm doing, I'll just delete them. I think easy. There you go. All right, so I'll just save this, and I have to close this before I can actually open the architectural file. I don't need this anymore either, so I can get rid of this as well now. Alright, so let's just open the architectural file, which is this one here. Open it up. Just bear with that for a minute, and we'll just save it as, and see if we can get anywhere with this time around. That will be interesting, won't it? It's nearly there, 75%. So here it comes. Okay, so now we'll just do file, save as, because we don't really want to modify this one here, the existing one. As this says here, we'll save it as like a temporary name or some sort. Doesn't matter what it is, and that way we don't wreck the original file that the architect has sent us. Really, that's the only reason. And then we can open up the structural as well if we need to, without worrying about the temporary file being open and being worked on. Okay, so without worrying about the architectural file being worked on at the same time. So let's, although it will be, but it will be a temporary version of it. All right. So let's go back to here, and we're going to call it house design architectural. Let's call it temp or something like that. All right. That's it. Take that. All right. So immediately we go down here, and we want to just put the footings on here. There's a problem with that. We won't be able to see the footings here because this is not really sort of designed to show us the footings. And we can change. We can change the. Oops, let's go back. We can change our view here, so the view range, so we can actually see the footings as we draw them, but there will still be dark lines. And so the best thing to do is to create a floor plan here, but actually a structural floor plan rather than architectural floor plan, and that can be done quite easily in here, and the next bit will show us how to do that. Here, well, this, in fact, here, right here on that was step one. We opened up that drawing, we saved it as, and now we're going to go to View tab, Plan View, Structural Plans, and we'll select the ground floor plan from that. So let's do that. So let's go to View. All right. So Plan Views, this one here. It's under the Create panel. We're going to create structural plan out of our architectural, in this instance, or the ground floor plan. All right, so it says, what do you want to use? We're going to create a structural plan, and we're going to use the ground one, or level one is only allowing us to do. So they're the two is detecting, okay? Because really the architecture was just a copy of the ground anyway. So go okay. Do not duplicate existing views. Okay, open that. There it is. So there it goes. Now what we need to do is do a little bit more of that. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is down here in the view properties, make sure you have nothing selected, press escape a couple of times, click on the button next to the view template and select the structural foundations footings. That will change the whole thing so it looks a little nicer, a bit like that. Well, the external ones will be like that anyway. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, so escape a couple of times. Under the view template here, we'll select the structural foundation plan, and there's a few little things here you can check and modify if you ever need to, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, as you can see already, this is looking more like structural, like the external footing is looking good. We could even go back in and do that VV thing. I don't think it tells us at this stage here. But we could go back and do the VV and you know, make it halftone, and why not? Let's do that now anyhow. It's an additional little step. Where are we? Sorry, we can't do that. I'm sorry, I just realized that. You can't go into the VV because you have to do all the changes through here, and it does actually say that, and I didn't actually read that out to you, but somewhere here you know, we can't change view range. Also, we can't change the way the walls look because VV is inactive. It's just using this foundation plan thing here. But you can go in here and do some overrides. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you can halftone those like that. Just like the VV. And there you go, you can do that anyway. Anyway, that's not in the instructions, but that's how you could do it. Alright, so now we can see the footings a lot better. Okay, so now what we can do is start drawing our footings. However, I do recall we don't have a copy of that 350 by 500 thingy. So, yeah, so now we need to create that again, and then so let's create that beam again in here, because that was in the other drawing, the structural drawing, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't be too hard to do. If I just manage to get that, well, I can't get it. I've got the footing plan there. It's one way of getting it, or you can go down to the families and go right down to the framing and do what we did before. Go in here, right click here and duplicate and rename that one 500. Okay, and at the same time you can double click on it and change it to 500. Okay, so that's all we need to do there. Now let's check this out. Now let's go to our structure, beam, grab the 500 one, which is that one we want. As I said before, as a note, say something about center. Well, this is the Y justification now, and we'll center it. And now we should be able to go, say, from there, the middle of the wall there, right down to the other end, perpendicular to that end. Now, if perpendicular doesn't actually work for you, you can actually type in on the keyboard SP, snap perpendicular, but do not press enter, just SP. And that will, as you can see, the symbol's changed to perpendicular. And now I know it's latching straight across the road, or across from the other side. Alright, so there it is. We can now go into the other one is actually from here to SP. I'll type it in again. And it's similar ways. You can type in SM for midpoint, SE for endpoint, things like that. We'll cover those under the Manage tab when we do that. Okay, so now we can put another one in the middle here. Your middle is coming up. Again, you can type in SM. And across the road, we've got SP again, just to make sure. Okay, so that's basically our beams put in there. And well, that sort of finishes, you know, those there. And what else? We will now trim the overlapping. We'll try that in a minute and see if that works. It doesn't always work with everyone, and I'm not sure why, but we'll soon find out. Okay, thank you.